So the Yukon Huskies started their championship today in what was a absolute massacre. And I mean this. An massacre, I think, is the only word that might justify what happened. Like, in the bracket, we saw a lot of blowouts. Like, we saw UCLA win by 40 as a 1 seed. We saw Jesus Christ, NC State still haven't... Like, they might not beat Vermont. They might not beat Vermont. This is mad. Again, NC State are frauds and all, but like... Did I pick Harvard over NC State? No, I picked LSU over NC State. I was considering picking Harvard over NC State in round 2. But they're the fraud 2 seeds. But again, you're seeing big wins for a lot of teams. Obviously, South Carolina won. Like, Notre Dame won by 50. Tennessee won by 40. South Carolina won by 50. But UConn, they won by 70 today. And a lot of people are talking, they're like, oh, yeah, you know, all of these teams, they can win this. Why can't other teams win by like 70? It's like, well, they've got a bench. Like, with South Carolina, everyone's complaining because Notre Dame won by 50 and they just kept their starters in. And some people were like, oh, South Carolina did the same. Did you not see their end in the game? Well, I don't know. I can't remember who it was, but it was like, well, Joyce Edwards comes off the bench. South Carolina literally have 10 All-Americans, basically. And then, but today, they beat Arkansas State by 70. They beat them by 70. It was 62-16. 34-5 at the end of the first quarter. Like, this is mad. And Paige only played 22. And that's the thing is, again, you don't want them to play no minutes. AZ Fudd had 27. And again, I'm not judging AZ Fudd by a game like this. I'm not going to judge AZ Fudd based on how someone plays in a 70-point blowout. I'm not going to judge anyone based on a 70-point blowout. But at least it's good shooting practice for AZ Fudd. 27. Ice Brady played. Ashlyn Shade. In fairness, when Ashlyn Shade heats up, Ashlyn Shade can score. She can score with the best of them, in fairness to her. Like, I genuinely think that if Ashlyn Shade can, if she's hitting, I don't think there's many, like, she just, when she's scoring, she seems to score a lot. And when she's missing, she seems to miss a lot. I remember there's a couple of games that I was watching of her this year where she's just been lights out. I would assume that I'm right in saying that. Yeah, like 27, 9, 6, 3, 12, 13, 12, 14, 14, 6, 6, 6. Like, that was a big game for her today, again, in limited minutes. But this was just a nothing game. I will say, though, Sarah Strong had a double-double with 5 assists and 5 blocks. That's mad. Like, Sarah Strong, it's a funny thing when we're talking pure ball, is that all of these debates are happening, and like, about Juju, about Paige, about all these players, and it would not surprise me if the best of all these players is Sarah Strong. Like, Sarah Strong is... There are players in basketball that for their position don't have weaknesses. Juju Watkins has weaknesses. Paige Beckers has weaknesses. Heck, even Caitlin Clark has weaknesses. All these players have weaknesses. I don't know what Sarah Strong's weakness is. She's a mediocre three-point shooter. Maybe. No, she's a damn good one. She's a mediocre free throw shooter. Sorry. Is that it? She averages more blocks than... averages more steals and blocks than fouls and turnovers. She averages... And I get it. She's in the Big East. I get it. She's not in a great conference. I don't care. Like, I've watched her. She's been unbelievable against some of the best players in college ball, and she's a freshman. She's a freshman. And again, this freshman class is special. Like, just like last year's one was special, this year's freshman class is special. Like, Michaela Blake, Silas Swords, Toby Fournier, Jelani Cambridge when she's playing well. Like, this class is special. It is a special, special freshman class, just like last year's was. And it's going to keep happening in women's ball. There's going to be more and more of these absolutely unbelievable classes. And with that being said, we're now looking at a UConn team who I think surely maybe not go all the way. But I'm thinking when it comes to UConn, surely they're hitting... I'm not even sure. They're hitting form at the right time. Like, that Tennessee loss seemed to wake something up in UConn. Like, if you look at this team, since the Tennessee loss, which was, if I'm not mistaken, was that here? They beat Providence. Like, they beat St. John's. They beat South Carolina by 30. They beat Seton Hall. Like, they have no team. Creighton by 19 is the closest any team has played them since their last loss. And yes, I get it. They're not playing great teams. Villanova aren't that bad. Creighton are the number 22 ranked team in the nation. They beat them twice by 20 plus, or by 20 and by 19. They lost to Tennessee, and then they go and beat South Carolina by 30 in that. They have played a ranked team and the favorites to win the whole thing in that spell of games. And do you want to know what the least they've won by? It's 19. Like, this UConn team, I don't care about this game, but they are coming in rolling. They are absolutely rolling. And it's going to take a hell of a team to stop them. Like, it's going to take a hell of a team to stop UConn. Because I just don't really see how. I don't see how you can stop UConn right now. Because just the way they play. The only way you can beat them is by, maybe you can dominate on El Alfie. But AZ is starting to play like she was a number one recruit. The starting five has 3 number one recruits. I'm sorry, I don't think there's a team. I actually don't think there's another team in NCAA basketball, college basketball, who have a single number one overall, who have 2 number one overall recruits. Like, who was the number one overall recruit the previous year? Juju goes to USC. The previous year was Lauren Betts, went to Stanford, and then UCLA, and then the year before that was, who was, for this senior class, who was the number one recruit? Who was it? I need to actually see this. That's an interesting one. I need to actually see who was the number one recruit in 2021. Oh, it was AZ Foot. Jesus, what am I talking about? So, they have the 2020, 2021, and 2024 number one recruits. They have 3 of the last 5 on this team. Their starting 5 is 3 number one recruits. And by the way, none of these were number one recruit busts. None of these were number one recruits like Katie Lou. And Katie Lou Simonson wasn't even a freaking bust. Like, Katie Lou was not a bust at all in college. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm trying to think, were any number one busts? Lauren Cox. Yeah. None of these were out there like Lauren Cox being horrific at... Well, was Lauren Cox... She wasn't good at Baylor, was she? But still, like... She played for the Fever. No, she wasn't a bust at Baylor. She was just a bust in the WNBA. She was just... I was like, with Lauren Cox, was she a bust? I was like, no, she was just a bust in the W. But still, they've got three recruits who are probably going to be... 2 of them are going to be number 1 picks. I'd be shocked if Sarah Stroud's not a 1 overall pick. And she might be the freaking best of it all. She might, out of the who's the next best player to come up through college after Caitlin Clark, it literally might be her. It genuinely might be. There's not enough talk about it, but it actually might be Sarah Strong. But anyway, I'll see you guys.